What's up, guys? This is my fourth video, I believe, and here I'm just trying to share some thoughts about myself on the education system and in general, just exams. No, so if you won't want to listen to my rant, you can exit the video now, or if you would like to hear a little bit of my insight on what I feel the education system is trying to drive towards, or what are some inadequacies that they're currently still having to improve, then stay on and watch to the end of the video. Remember to like and share and subscribe, share it to your friends, and let me know your thoughts about the education system in general. I know it's a really generic topic, a lot of people discuss about it, but I still think it's worth the time, for me to take out the time and sort of give my views on this. Yeah. So first I'll be starting from a more personal standpoint. So currently the state of my life is that it's fairly boring. It is quite mundane, I would say, even to the point of being just uneventful. And yeah, I kind of find some sense of calm in this, but in another way, I don't experience as many emotional fluctuations as I did before, but I feel more calm now, but I also feel a little more emotionally detached from myself. I feel like something is a bit amiss because I don't feel as angry as I used to, not because of perspective shifts or anything. I really still view things the same way. It's just that my emotions just change. This may be a part of maturing or something. So this is just a personal anecdote. Another thing is I feel like my emotional sense of self is not really in tandem with my ideas or my thoughts. For example, I could be feeling really calm, but I could be, worrying about an exam. I know this sounds like a little bit of an irony, but yeah, it is an irony, but it is just quite interesting that somehow my emotional response doesn't really go in tandem with what I think in my head. So I feel that's pretty interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this kind of specific behavior or trait. And do you see this in anyone in life, or do you experience this in yourself? Let me know down in the comments. Yeah. Better you can disagree with me. I would love to hear your views on this. So yeah. And I think overall it's just a period of studying, a period of trying to find an internal sense of balance. It's not like I'm really struggling. It sort of feels like a monochrome state of mind sort of just flushes across my entire soul. It may sound a little poetic and corny here, but that's really how I'm feeling right now. Now we'll see until the day of exam itself, but as for now I really can't feel any panic. Maybe it's just that I've emotionally detached myself, or yeah, that's about it about myself. Now I want to talk about the education system. If you want to hear my view on it, I feel like it is definitely driving towards a better cause, to inspire students more of the inspirational side and to give more opportunities for a wider range of students, especially the new PSLE grading system. I don't have any comments on that, and personally I don't understand that to the fullest extent, I would say. But yeah, I feel like the education system definitely is driving towards a better cause, and it definitely helps students in the long run. But for now I still feel like some traditional doctrines that or some flaws still exist in the education system, and I feel that is a bit problematic. you know, it has been discussed about so many times, but time and time again, people just overlook it. Now, even for the solutions that are catered to solve eradicating these problems, I feel like these solutions sort of contradict itself. The first of all is the reduced lesson time, right, and more SDL. I feel like there's a sort of inconsistency in it. If you would want students to be more independent of their learning and take charge of their learning processes, right, give them SDL, it makes sense. It makes students, perhaps those self-motivated ones, be able to excel better at learning. But what about those that are just too used to like the traditional paradigm of having face-to-face lessons or having a specific mentor to guide them through, you know, any details, any loopholes in their understanding. So that's my first question. Is this change a bit too abrupt? Yeah, sure, COVID-19 has accelerated this change, but has it made it in such a way that we are unable to be accustomed to it? Or even if we are accustomed to it, are we succeeding under this current strategy? Is this stratagem implemented by the government even useful for students? So, previously I mentioned about the sort of inconsistency. I'm sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought a bit there. Had to pause the video due to a few interruptions, but um, anyway, I mentioned about the sort of inconsistencies, right, that I noticed. First of which is the reduced lesson time. Back on that point, um, in order for students to have like more opportunities for them to learn at their own pace and be able to explore different learning styles or whatever the school is intending for students to do anyway, the school wants more time for students to have self-directed learning, be it for experimentation or for any sort of other purpose, to develop that kind of skill or instinct in them. Um, but I feel like, not I feel like, because of this, it actually resulted in like reduced lesson time. So nowadays I feel like we're still really rushing through the syllabus. There's only one or two topics cut out from the end of year examinations in the context of Singapore. And it definitely does help to a certain extent. I can't say it doesn't help at all. That it sort of reduces stress and the pressure on students to cram all the knowledge, right? Right. But I must look at the effectiveness of it. Well, this may be a fairly nascent kind of concept, and students and teachers are still adapting to it. But I feel that it has not really taken that much effect, or the effect of it hasn't been significant enough for it to really meet its desired goals. And I believe that definitely things take time to manifest, to improve, but and that's why I'm sharing my opinion on this. It's because teachers have less lesson time, right, to discuss the concepts or topics or to engage the students or do whatever, there's actually an inconsistency. For example, if your teacher teaches something halfway, a quite important concept, and then after that he or she just tells you to learn the rest of the concept by yourself at home, there's this inconsistency in the sense that you transition from a phase of sort of lacking an internal locus of control over your inquiry process, in that sense, to now you're fully in charge of your learning. So I feel like this abrupt change is very awkward, and I think many of the students can relate to this. That's the first circumstance, or that's the first possibility. The next possibility is that the teachers rush through the entire concept so that they can finish the lesson on time and they can wrap up the concept on time. Now, especially for, let's say, the students with weaker abilities, right? I won't say weaker, but probably they learn at a slower pace. They can probably learn just as well as the students who can learn like really fast and absorb information effectively within a short span of time. But cutting your lesson short like this or trying to rush through the concepts, I feel, especially for students like me who take a bit more time to learn concepts, it is very problematic. I'm not sure how to fully explain this, but well, that's just my opinion on it. Rushing through concepts was the thing that they wanted to eliminate, right? It was this thing that this whole self-directed learning was meant for, or rather the reduction of topics for exam was meant for. It was part of the new, it was part of the goals of like this whole new education reform anyway. But I'm just saying that it didn't really meet much of its goals, such as reducing stress on students. It doesn't really reduce stress on students. It may make them have to study for less topics, but like quantity versus quality, right? So what if you were to reduce the quantity? It wouldn't mean an increase in quality. These kind of problems are still surfacing. Teachers rushing through concepts, not enough lesson time, not enough engagement, students feel unenergized, unmotivated to carry themselves the lesson. So yeah, a lot of these problems are still existing, and I think the government should take a step-by-step approach, and not try to fulfill so many goals at one time. Or rather, if it wants to try to meet all of these demands / goals, it should really have a careful overhaul of what this new educational structure should be. So yeah. And another thing is the COVID-19 has also been the vanguard of trying to utilize more technology, right? It has also been in the vanguard of this educational reform in the sense that it forced everyone to use technology more. Sorry, I got interrupted another time. So anyways, with the COVID-19 like sort of accelerating these changes, right? Or like even bringing forward some plans that the government has had for its education system. One of the goals was definitely technology, utilizing technology in classrooms, in education as a whole, be it like self-directed, like self-initiated, or teacher-initiated. Yeah. And I feel like the government should really take like things one at a time, instead of trying to merge technology, trying to merge more better appreciation and more effective absorption of content, and reducing stress on students. These are like three very big goals. And with technology, it definitely comes its own set of promises as well. It comes with its own advantages, which may or may not really facilitate this goal of self-directed learning. Well, while technology has certainly benefited self-directed learning in some way, because it is the main medium that students learn about knowledge nowadays. I think the government is taking may have been over ambitious by trying to merge all the three goals together. So yeah, these are just my thoughts. If you would like to correct me down in the comment section below, feel free to do so. Anyways, I know exam season is very near for people abroad, people locally like in Singapore, but I just want to say, don't ever give up on yourself. You are worth more than what you think you are. You really are like capable, you know. So don't be too quick to judge yourself or put yourself down, or put yourself up even, because yeah, we may have very distorted images of ourselves, but try to like um increase that kind of awareness between increase that kind of self-awareness by reflecting on your past experiences. Or you could make a video, you could just write some poems, I don't know, sing a song, talk to your family members. All these work in really helping you know better about yourself, because you're really judging yourself and reflecting on your past experiences, your ideologies and stuff. You don't have to be like a super eloquent person, you know, I'm not. But you just have to be honest with yourself and yeah, stay calm. You got this. Motivated learners. Alright, so we'll end the video here. Christmas season is coming. We've got this, just push through it, and I'll see you in the next video, probably 2 months from now. Bye.